it over just so I know?
We were just talking about that. We were talking about how long Gretchen might go, because she goes longer than most. Officially 11:30, but I think we've got a few minutes.
Okay. Just wrap it
and
up
we do want to mention something in relation to what you're talking about today. So.
Okay. Does anybody have any other questions at all? Any questions that are burning in your head? And if you've got a question, think, boy, if I ask this people, I think I'm really stupid to ask this question. Well, they're not, because if you're thinking that question, there's 5 other people thinking the same exact question. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Anybody have a stupid question? Anybody have a question? Everybody? Okay. You want to go ahead?
Well, this is a good time to bring up the fact that, and some of you may know this, I don't know if I should stand up or not, the Unitarian Universalist Association nationwide has a whole campaign called Standing on the Side of Love. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Did you mention it already?
I did not.
Okay. So this is something that our church has not, or our youth haven't been directly involved in, but it started back probably in the 60s with Bill Sinkford. And as a reaction, I think initially to the civil rights movement, but now it was revived again. If you remember the Unitarian Universalist Church down in Tennessee, where that guy went in and shot people in the church. This was a few years ago. So that movement has been revived and is now a huge movement. But they're not just focused on, they're focused on civil rights in general of everyone. So the right to gay marriage. They go to military funerals. I don't know if you've heard about the Westboro Baptist Church. They go to military funerals and protest. Well, they've got some really wacky logic, but the standing on the side, yeah.
My cousin's husband's funeral.
Really? Oh, jeez. Yeah. So this wacky logic, I don't even know if I can. Maybe you can explain it, but something about people are dying in the military because we support gay people.
Yeah, that's kind of why.
So they protest funerals with families there.
Military.
Yes, and so standing on the side of love, people will then be there to counteract that and show our support for whoever there is. So check into that on the UUA website, because that may be something that we're interested in promoting here at our congregation and really getting going. We're already a welcoming congregation, so I propose we take it a step further as youth and give an example to the adults on what we stand for.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Mention that. Yeah.
Well, and also, so some people aren't allowed to go to their church after they come out. You know that? So even some kids your age have to stand up and apologize for being gay at their church. So, and you never want to say, well, you should come to our church. Your church is stupid, because that's not right either, right? Because people are welcome to think whatever they want. But if you talking to people and say, our church accepts people. There's a lot. I have a list of 114 churches in Indiana of all types of churches that will accept, that will welcome lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people and kids and families come to the church and say, yeah, you can come be in our church. We're fine with that. So if you happen to meet anybody and they're saying, if you've got a friend, let's say, that says, I just think you're going to my church. I don't know what to do. Say, well, you can come to our church, because our church is, really accepting about that. The other thing, last thing I want to tell you is Indiana Youth Group. It is on the corner of 46th, we're at 56th, right? So it's just down there, and then over off of Benford Boulevard. It's a little grayish, whitish house. How many of you are 12 and over? Okay, so when you're 12 and over, do you have to be lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning to come to IYG? No! About 22% of our youth are just friends of people, or just supporters. And they come and they have a really good time. We've got really cool classes. And we're in the process of doing a straight allies group. People come in like, how can I be a stronger straight ally? It's not people are just there. We're open from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock on Wednesdays and Thursday nights. And then Friday, we're open from 3 until 11. We have free food, like meal food, not just, we have a lot of junk food too. But we have free meal food that you can come and eat and scarf down on those nights as well. We have, the pop is 50 cents. 50 cents, you got to pay for your pop. But we've got lots of really cool stuff that we do. We marched in the Pride Parade. Have you ever been to the Gay Pride Parade downtown? Anybody? It's huge. We had 70 youth march down Massachusetts Avenue. We do, let's see what else we do. We do a talent show. And again, we've got straight and gay and LGBT people that come and do stuff at our talent show. It's a comedy sports on Massachusetts in February. We have in November, hopefully the first weekend in November, we have the Indiana LGBT Youth Summit. That weekend, I'm just looking for a place to have it. And so we can try to find some place that can have a meeting with a lot of people. And then we have a gay prom every year, those of you that are 12 into 20. And that's in June. And although a lot of high schools will allow people to bring same-sex dates with them now, and some of them will let, if biological, someone who's born a girl wants to wear a tux, yeah, that's fine. But a lot of them still won't let the boys wear a dress, right? We can. You can wear whatever you want. You can wear a t-shirt and jeans as long as everything's covered. You're fine. So we have that in June, and we march in the Pride Parade. So we have lots of really cool stuff. We have a lot of. We don't really do counseling, but we have support groups, like a coming out support group. And again, you don't have to be LGBT to go there. You could say, you know, if you came out to me, if I went to your school and you came out to me, I'd be okay with it. And so sometimes it's really cool for the LGBTQ kids to get the perspective of the straight kids too. So, anybody have any last minute questions before we're done? No? Okay, I'm going to pass these out. Just take one and pass it and bring me the rest. And you can take that home and show your mom and dad, and you can even take it to school. You can make copies of it. If you, I think, is there anyone here who I said who has a school high school that does not have a Gay Straight Alliance in it? Sorry? Shortridge does. I know people. Brownsburg does. Yep, they do. Park Tudor does not. But we're trying to look into Park Tudor as well. So feel free to take those, and if you've got any friends in high school, say, I know a guy that can help you start a Gay Straight Alliance if you want.